All right, Pac Manians, here we are back with 11.8, second page. Going to investigate this idea again here. So we've got this new problem. They're going to give you two ways to do it, which are actually pretty much the same way. All right, so we'll see that in a second. And then we're going to talk down here about what if I change the dimensions of the cube. Remember, when we're talking area and volume, small changes in length, big changes in area, huge changes in volume. All right, so let's take a look at the first one here. Tony stacks cube-shaped beads that measure 1 centimeter on each edge in a storage box. So if it's one on each side, we call those unit cubes, right? 1, 1, 1, length times width times height, 1 times 1 times 1. This is going to be 1 centimeter cubed, right? So each of these is 1 centimeter cubed. That's why we call them unit cubes. What are the dimensions of the base of the box? So the dimension of the base of the box are 6 by 4. 6 centimeters by 4 centimeters. Okay, what operation can we use to find the area of the base shape? Remember, area equals length times width, so the operation is times is multiplication, right? Okay, so, and it's funny when you write dimensions like this, it's 6 by 4, right? Which is 6 times 4. So it just carries right on down, just like that. So use base and height, so we're going to use base times height. So base, the base is on the bottom here, but like I said before, you can use whichever sides you want to use. So the volume of each bead is 1 centimeter cubed. We talked about that right here, and it tells me up here if it's 1 by 1 by 1, the volume is length times width times height, 1 times 1 times 1. All right. And the storage box has a base with an area of, so that base is the area of 6 times 4, right? Length times width, length and width. So if area equals length times width, this equals 6 times 4, which of course 6 times 4 is 24. All right, so we're going to go ahead and put that there. Okay, the height of the storage box is 6 centimeters. Okay, it's right over here. There's my height. Okay, so the volume of the storage box is 24 times 6. 6 times 4 is 24 times 6, length times width times height. Okay, so, and then they just say, okay, just do that in your head. Well, we're going to have to write that over here. 24 times 6. 6 times 4, 24. 6 times 2, 12 plus my other 2 gives me 14, so I get 144 centimeters cubed. Okay, so I'm going to call this base equals that, and area and volume equals 24 times 6. All right, which we got 144. All right, so that's for this. On the bottom, it's pretty much the same problem. I'm not really sure. It's just length times width times height. I prefer this instead of base times height only because I want to use whichever numbers I want to use. I'm going to make the base what I want it to be. So the base has a length of 6 according to the way it's structured here, right? 6, a width of 4, which is how far it goes back, and a height of 4 or 6. So I put that there. The volume of the storage box then is 6 times 4, which is what we just did up here, right? Times 6. Or 24 times 6, which is exactly what we did up here, right? Which is, again, I'm not going to redo it, 144 centimeters cubed. So the volume of the storage box is 144. Okay? Length times width times height, it doesn't matter the order, right? Commutative property tells me that. I can turn my cube whichever direction I want and make the base whatever I want it to be. So make life easy on yourself. Down here is an interesting question. What if each cube-shaped bead measured 2 centimeters on each edge? So the length goes from 1 to 2. It's a change of 1 centimeter. Okay, now how is that? If each of these is 1 bigger, how is that going to change everything? It goes from 1 to 2. How would the dimensions of the storage box change? Well, each edge would, of course, be twice as long. If this was twice as long, and this was twice as long, and this was twice as long, each one of them would be twice as long. So each edge would be twice as long. 2 times as long. Okay? And so I'm going to draw that. And it's not to scale because look how much room they give me, right? You guys know these guys. We don't get that much room. So I'm going to draw this out. And don't judge me, okay? So if I double this, it's going to go from 6 to 12, right? And if you put this in your 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. That's how much longer it got. So this is going to be a 12. And if I double that, it's going to be an 8, right? And if I double that, of course, it's also a 12. So now I get a 12 by 8 by 12, okay? So my dimensions, my length, width, and height, length, width, height equal 12, 8, 12. The bottom part says, how will my volume change? So guess. It was 144. Is it going to be 288? Is it going to be, oh, well, is it going to be twice that, 4 times that? How much bigger do you think the whole cube would be if I changed that from 6 to 12, that from 4 to 8, and that from 6 to 12? So I have doubled each side. 2, 4, 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8. Could be 8 times, 6 times, 2 times. What do you think? Pause it, and then let's check. All right, you're back. So let's work this one out. Make sure that you guys can see. I'm gonna go ahead and do that right here. So I'm gonna get my base. I'm gonna go 12. Actually, I'm gonna go 12 times 12 because it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter which ones I do. So I'm gonna go 12 times 12, 12 times 12 times 8, and I know that 12 times 12 is 144, right? So I'm gonna get 144 times 8. I'm gonna put that right there, okay? Oh, that's 148. 144 times 8. So 8 times 4, 16, 20, 32. Got it, 32. Okay, I put my 3 up there. 8 times 4, trick question. Yeah, of course, it's still 32, right? Plus 3 is 35. Put my 3 up there. 8 times 1 is 8. Plus 3 is 11. So I get 1152. So my new volume equals 1152 centimeters cubed. We went from 144 to 1152. Double, 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 times 2, times 2, times 2. 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. And I wonder if I take 144 times 8, 152. So for each side that I doubled, if I doubled it and then I doubled it, if I doubled just 2 sides, it would be 4 times as big. But since I did all 3 sides, it's 8 times as big. So that's how that works. All right, next video coming up.